Bonjour mes élèves de français. Bonjour, good morning. It's Madame Torres, and I'm here this morning just to give you a little reminder of what you have to get done this week. So a couple of you have actually started working in section 1, which is this one for Bonjour, and that entire section was due last week. So I wanted to go through it real quick, make sure that you knew exactly what you needed to get done so that you stay on pace for this course. My favorite thing when it comes to the French class is when you get to introduce yourselves and I get to hear your voices for the first time. So when you go into section 1 here, you'll see that you have a little introduction, a discussion, bonjour, say where you're from. That's in English still first. And you're going to learn a little bit about culture, or you should have already completed this assignment. And then you get to actually use what you've learned in your discussion for 1E, bonjour, in that first section. So this is where you're going to introduce yourself using vocabulary you've learned so far, like hello, my name is, where I'm from, and where I live. And then you get to ask 2 questions in French because you learned how to ask people their name or where they're from or where they live. And then give a little farewell. So you can choose from a lot of different words. Since you've learned you can use bonjour, like the title of this section. You can use salut. You can use au revoir to say goodbye as well. Salut means hello and goodbye. So you have a lot of choices here. Then you have 1F, and then you have some speaking to do. And my favorite thing is the speaking, because then I get to hear you speak, which is pretty awesome. One of the assignments for speaking that you have in section 1 is to spell your name. And this is really important because if you start to get used to the vocabulary or the alphabet and how the alphabet sounds, then it gives you a chance to practice later on and understand how French is spoken, the accent, you know? So for example, I'm going to introduce to you my cat. She's super curious. Dis bonjour. Dis bonjour. Elle s'appelle Amy. Amy. So I'm going to spell out her name, and what you can do after you watch this is you can send me an email or a message right here. Send me a little message with how her name is spelled. Okay? So it's E-M-I-E. One more time. E-M-I-E. So after you've gone through the alphabet, if you can figure out how we spell her name, send me a little message here. This week, you are working on section 2. So take some time to go through this section and through the lesson. Start from the very top, of course. Click on that and read through the material. Don't forget you have a couple different parts here. So we're in section 2. That's right where you should be, right, for this week. If you haven't finished section 1, then you'll click on section 1. And then you'll click on part A, part B, part C, and go through it. Read thoroughly. See at the bottom when you get to it, it'll let you go on to the next section. So that's perfect. Read through everything, take notes. And while you're working through this, if you come across something that you're like, I don't understand that, or I want to know more about this. I have a question about this. Click on the little box, the little chat box right there, and send me a question. Let me know, and I'll answer it. It'll let me know that you have a question to ask. Okay, so this is what you have for this week, section 2. And like I said, je suis là. I'm here to help you out. Don't forget that on the main page you can find my phone number, right? You can also text me at that number. So if you have any quick questions that you don't want to use this chat and you want to text me real fast, go for it. Okay. À plus. Au revoir.